Namaste. Welcome to day 18 of our power yoga practice. Today we will do a little bit of a more flowy flow, if you will, working on the legs and thighs. But let's begin standing at the front of the mat. Shoulders back and down, heart lifted, eyes closed. Press equally into all four corners of the feet. Keep a gentle micro bend in the knee. And begin to slow down the breath. Notice the breath. And drop into this moment now. Inhale your arms left and right. Keep the hips square to the front of the room and turn over to the left. So your left arm is reaching behind you, right arm reaches forward, hips are square to the front of the room. Come back to center and then over to the right. Back to center. Inhale, reach. And exhale, flat back, forward fold. Shake your head yes and no. Gently sway left and right if it feels good to you. Allow the head to be heavy and the spine to decompress. Inhale, half lift, flat back, core engaged. And exhale, plant the palms and step it back into plank. Yogi's choice of vinyasa, to cobra or upward dog. And then lift the hips high in downward facing dog. Find a long flat back. Bend one knee and then the other. Walk it out. Find some gentle movement in the hips. Sway your hips left and right. Inhale the right leg up. Open the hip, bend the knee. Flex the foot behind you. And from here, bring your right knee to graze your left knee. Open out to the side and then back to where we started. Right knee grazes left knee, out to the side and back where we started. A couple more leg circles, knee circles here. And then over in the other direction. And come back to center, open the hips, keep the knee bent. And then square the hips, bring the knee in between your elbows, squeeze it here. And then step it through, drop the left foot down, and windmill your arms up, warrior two. Press to the outside edge of the left foot, open through the inner right thigh, open through the left hip flexor. Relax the shoulders down the spine. And then windmill your arms back down, flip the left heel up, and step it back to plank. Vinyasa to downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee. Take a moment to stretch. Square the shoulders. Spread the fingers wide. then take the left knee to graze the right, open to the side, and come back to where we started. A few knee circles like this. And switching directions. Open through the hips, stretch. Square the hips, squeeze the knee in between the elbows. And then step it through, drop the right foot down and windmill the arms up, warrior two. And then plant the palms, step it back to plank. Vinyasa, upward dog or cobra to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Drop the left foot down and windmill your arms up, warrior two. Flip the right palm up and over, reach back behind you, reverse the warrior. Straighten through the front knee, reach even farther behind you. And then come back to center, hinge at the hips, reach far in front of you. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. Open through the left side body. Look up to the left if you can. If not, you can look down on the floor or straight in front of you. And then reach up and overhead. Plant both palms on the mat and step it back to plank. Vinyasa. To downward facing dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Drop the right heel down and windmill your arms up to warrior two. Flip the left hand up and over, reach back, reverse the warrior. Straighten through the left knee, reach even farther behind you. And then come back to center, hinge at the hips. And reach forward and down, Trikonasana. Make sure your body is in one long straight line, open through the right side body. Press into the outside edge of the right foot. And reach up and overhead. And then plant the palms and step it back to plank. Vinyasa. To cobra or upward dog. To downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, swoop the arms down, around and up. And exhale, hands to prayer at heart center. From here, take a big step with your left foot as far as you can. Some of you might be full length distance. I have itty bitty baby legs, so mine is not. So face your toes at a diagonal away from you, and then bend at the knees, plie. Lift your heart, core engaged, hips heavy. Press your knees in the direction of your toes. And from here, lift through the right heel, and then lift through the left heel. Over to the right, and over to the left, and over to the right, and over to the left, and right, and left. Sink deep, and right, and left. Now, both together. Lift both heels and sink. Both. Sink. 2, 3. If you lose your balance, that's okay. Just come back to it. 4. You might need to move your feet a little closer in towards your body. 5. 6. Squeeze. 7. 8. 9. 10. Take your right forearm to your right knee, reach up and over, side bend, same plie, sink deep into your plie, a few more side bends on both sides. And come back to center, and we'll do figure eights with the pelvis. So it doesn't matter which way you start, just find some movement. There's no right or wrong. You can bring your body into it, your shoulders into it, your elbows. Just release. In yoga, we have a lot of very strict linear movements, and sometimes it's good to get out of that. So figure eight your hips, left and right. You can figure eight your shoulders too. Now switch directions. Staying deep in your plie though. And then come back to a neutral plie and sink. Hold. Sink a little deeper. Hold. And release. Take your right toes in just a little bit. So not quite at the diagonal they were. Bring your left foot parallel to the back of the mat. And then bend into your right knee for lunge. And press back up. Side lunge rather. Into the right knee, bend, press back up. And bend. Right knee, press back up. And bend, press back up. Last one. Press back up over to the other side. So turn the right toes in, left toes out a little bit. And bend into the left knee. And back up. Bend. Up. 3 more. 3. 4. Hips press back. Keep your knee over your ankle. 5. And then bring both sets of toes to face the front of the room. Hands in your hips. Inhale, lift your heart. And exhale, flat back, forward fold. You can even bring your toes to face a little bit in to stretch on the outside edge of your legs. Inhale, half lift. Plant the left palm in the center of the mat and reach the right arm up to the sky. And up and overhead, plant the right palm, inhale the left arm up to the sky. And reach overhead, back to center. Bend through the right knee and swoop your hands over to the right. And then bend your left knee and swoop your hands over to the left. Lie down on the floor. Right. Figure eights with your hands. Left. Right. Left. Right. You can get into it with your shoulders left and your spine. Right. Left. Right. Left. And back to center. Bend through the right knee. Lift the left toes off of the mat. Press your right shoulder into your right knee. Stretch. Low lunge. Stretch. Side lunge. And then rebend through the left knee, straighten through the right, bring your right toes to the sky. Stretch. And then rebend through the right knee, left toes to the sky. Reach your right arm out to the outside of your right leg and reach your left hand to the sky. Plant the palms, bend the left knee, right foot straightens, flex the right foot, left hand to the outside of the left leg and reach your right hand to the sky. And then come back to center. Forward fold, wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And heel, toe, feet back to a little wider than hip distance apart, toes facing out, and sink your hips into yogic squat. Elbows gently pressing into your knee, hands at prayer, heart lifts. Now we will attempt at our first crow pose. So it doesn't matter which way you face on your mat, but take your hands about shoulder distance apart. You can come up onto your toes here, come up off of your heels. Spread your fingers wide as they can go. Hands in chaturanga plank alignment, so shoulder distance apart. And lift your hips. Walk your feet in towards your body, bend the knees, and place your knees as high as they'll go on the tricep. So in your armpit, if possible, basically. So knees in the armpit, bend at the elbows, so your shins are on your triceps. Bend at the elbows, focus on a drishti point, and then you can lift one leg, and then the other. So your arms are in chaturanga alignment. And then you can come back. I like to have my knees on the inside edge of my arm. So lift one knee, foot, and then the other. And then if you feel like you're ready, whenever you feel like you're ready, you can lift both feet off of the mat and balance your knees on your bent arms. And then release the feet to the mat. Walk your hands forward, head heavy. And we'll try 2 more times. If you're feeling like it, if not, you can always just hang out in child's pose or stay in yogic squat. So, once again, spread the fingers wide, hands in chaturanga alignment. Bend your knees and bring your knees to the top of your triceps, or the armpits, and lift one foot or both feet. And then your core needs to be engaged here because that's what's really lifting you. You're not trying to dump into your arms. And then release both feet to the mat. Walk your hands forward, chin to chest. One more for good measure. Spread the fingers wide, knees on the top of the triceps. And then bend the elbows and lift one foot and then the other. And release. Walk the hands forward, around through the spine. And then walk your hands back in and behind you to come to sit on your bum. So no matter how well you did on that crow, you did an excellent job. There is no better or worse. You just did your best today, and that's all that matters. If you got one foot off, if you got no feet off, that's fine. It's all a practice. So take both soles of the feet to the mat and gently roll one vertebra at a time onto your back. Walk your feet in towards your body. Press your elbows into the mat. Lift your hips, bridge pose. You can clasp your hands underneath and lift your hips higher, chin to chest. Press equally through all 4 corners of the feet. And gently release. Keep the left sole of the foot on the mat. Straighten the right foot towards the sky. And if you have a strap, use it. If not, you can grab onto your calf or your thigh and bring your right foot in towards your body, hamstring stretch. And release the right foot to the mat. Lift the left foot towards the sky, flex the foot, and pull it in towards your face, and towards your body. Now take your left ankle to your right knee, thread your hands behind your right thigh, and bring it in for a pigeon on your back. You can stay here, or you can take your right hand to your left foot and guide the whole thing over to the left. Left knee towards the sky so you get a great hip stretch as well as a twist. Over to your left. Back to center. Bring the right knee back into your chest. Open through the hip just for a second. You can also straighten the right leg and grab your calf. So bring it in a little closer if that feels good for you. And gently release the right foot to the floor and switch sides. Left foot on the floor, right ankle on the left knee. Thread your hands through. Open through the hip and the thighs. And stay here or take the whole scenario over to the left and look over to your right. Back to center. Bring your left knee back in towards your body. And feel free to straighten the left leg and grab the left calf. And release the left leg to the ground, soles of the feet together. Knees apart. One hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Walk your feet just a little bit farther away so that your legs are more in a diamond shape. Close your eyes. Take a few moments here. Thank your body for all that it does. Grateful for this time, this breath. And if that's not your thing, just take a few deep breaths here in silence. I'll see you all tomorrow for day 19. Namaste.